Hey guys, my name is Ashley. If you're new here, I have a 1-year-old daughter. I'm currently pregnant, going on 22 weeks pregnant with my second baby, and I have 3 stepdaughters. So yes, we are surrounded by girls. But I had my anatomy scan today and I thought it'd be fun to do a old wives' tale video now that we've confirmed the gender, and I just want to know, what are the old wives saying? Am I supposed to have a girl or am I supposed to have a boy? So I've got my mama, strong mama shirt on, I've got my mom bun, and I've got my mama cup full of water. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I've got my list here of old wives' tales. We're gonna go ahead and go through them together, and then let's go ahead and see, is it a boy or is it supposed to be a girl? So the first one is cravings, and old wives say if you have salty cravings, you're supposed to be having a boy. If you have sweet cravings, you're having a girl. This one's a little bit hard because the only sweet craving I've had has been watermelon. That's the only thing I can say that has been sweet that I just want every single day. Other than that, my cravings have been cream cheese on crackers, ramen noodles, which I know I can't have all the time, but I do have to sneak them in one time or another. And then what other? Salt and vinegar chips for sure, anything spicy. So I have to say that I'm gonna give this point to a boy. Second one is morning sickness. So boy, if you're having a boy, it means your old wives say that you're not gonna have any morning sickness, and if you do have morning sickness, you are supposedly having a girl. Now with my first pregnancy, I had a girl and I had 0 morning sickness, and again with this pregnancy I had 0 morning sickness. So for this specific old wives' tale for this pregnancy, I'm gonna say boy, because I did not have any morning sickness. Now the third one is your mood, and if you're happy, if this pregnancy you're happy, then old wives say that you are having a boy, and if you're moody, you're having a girl. Now it depends who you're asking, because if you ask my husband, he's probably gonna say moody and that be a girl. But to be honest, I feel like this pregnancy, I've been so happy regardless of the pandemic, regardless of all that's gone on. I can honestly say that I have felt so much happier, and yes, I have my moments where I'm anxious, and you know, who isn't around this time, but for the most part, I'd have to say that I've been happier. So that be another point for the boy, which I have 3 points for the boys already. Now headaches. It's old wives say if you are getting a lot of headaches, then you are having a boy, and no headaches means girl. And I have had a headache probably 3 times a week. I've definitely have had headaches. So again, another point for the boy. Let's see, 5th one is depending on what side you sleep on at night can determine if you're having a boy or a girl. So old wives say that if you sleep on your left, you're having a boy, and if you tend to sleep on your right, you're having a girl. Now, my first pregnancy, again, I slept on the right all the time, and this pregnancy, I've also been leaning towards the right side. I don't know if maybe we do need a new mattress, and I don't know if it's because of that, because when I sleep on my left, my arm hurts, and then I end up sleeping on my right. But I do find that I'm more comfortable sleeping on my right, so that's the first point for the girl. Number 6 says balance. So old wives say if you're clumsy, then you are having a boy, and if you're not clumsy and you're graceful, then you're having a girl. Now I have always been clumsy, but I feel like this pregnancy I am extra clumsy. I have stubbed my toe on every corner of the walls or the doors and the chest in our room, our bed, our sofa. Everything I pass by, I end up stubbing my toe on. So I'm definitely gonna have to say clumsy. That is another point for the boy. So number 7 says baby's heartbeat, and old wives say if your baby's heartbeat is 140 or below, then you're having a boy, and if it's 140 or above, then you're having a girl. So today at my anatomy scan, I did ask her, and the sonographer said that baby's heartbeat was at 143, so 3 points over 140. So that is another point for the girl. Number 8 is mommy's guess. So I don't know if this is my my gut feeling or if it's because we have 4 girls already and I want a boy. But to be honest, since the moment I found out I was pregnant, I pictured this little boy that I have had in my head since the moment I found out I was pregnant. So my gut tells me boy. Everything from this pregnancy has told me boy. I just feel it in my heart that it's a boy. So I'm gonna say boy for mommy's guess. Now daddy's guess, he's definitely saying girl, and you can imagine why. He's got 4 girls. He thinks there's no way in the world that I'm gonna have a boy. So this time he's saying his guess is a girl. Moving on, what number are we on? 10, I believe. This one is saying, old wives say that if you're carrying low, you are having a boy. If you're carrying high, you're having a girl. Now, it's kind of hard for me to tell around this time because even with my first pregnancy, I couldn't tell really how high or low my belly was until about 7-8 months. I didn't start showing. Now, mind you, I'm 5'8", so I'm pretty tall. And the midwives have told me with my first and with this one that I tend to carry pretty deep, which means I don't show as quickly. So right now I'm going on 6 months, and I can't say that I really have a belly to tell you. I'll show you, but let's see if you can. I'll go ahead and lower you here. But I'm going on about 6 months now, and I can't really tell. See, I can't really tell if it's high or low. So this one, I'm not too sure what I would say for this one. I do have to say again, this is not because I'm wanting a boy, but this is what I have felt this pregnancy. So I have felt the baby a little bit lower this pregnancy, and I do know that today when we had the scan, the sonographer also did say that the baby's a little bit lower. So I'm gonna give this one a point for the boy, but again, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to tell at this time, so I'd have to wait till I was a little bit further along. Let's see, moving on to number 11 is the Chinese calendar. So this one I'm gonna go ahead and do with you on the phone. And let's see, I just went to Google and just typed in Chinese gender calendar predictor 2020. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on whattoexpect.com. Okay, and let's see, it says your due date. So my due date is, let's see, it's September 24th. Okay, I clicked 14 for some reason. September 24th, 2020, and my birth date is, it's 1990, and it's April 15th. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the prediction. And it says I'm having a boy. So now I'm going to, the next number 12 is the Mayan calendar. And I've heard different things as far as accuracy on both the Chinese and the Mayan. Now, I will say that the Chinese calendar for my first pregnancy did say boy, and the Mayan said girl. So the Mayan was a little more accurate, or was more accurate my first pregnancy. So let's go ahead and look up Mayan gender calendar. And let's go ahead and click on the first one. And it says Mayan gender predictor chart. And I'm going to scroll down, and it says ancient Mayan gender chart. Have you heard of this gender method? It's not as popular. Okay, that doesn't say exactly what to do, but it says, okay, so it says age at conception and month at conception, which you can see it says both even is a girl, or odd, both odd is a girl as well. So I was 29, my age of conception was 29, and my month of conception was December. So let's see, odd and even. So Mayan is also saying a boy. So that's another point for the boy. So I don't know. Is it a boy? Okay, so the way that this baking soda test works is you're going to collect urine and you're going to put 2 tablespoons of baking soda in the other cup, the empty cup. So let's go ahead and put another one. 2 tablespoons. Okay, and I'll go ahead and just move it around so it's kind of flat. Okay, and then you're going to pour the urine into the baking soda cup, and the way that they say if it's a boy is if it fizzes like a beer, and if it does absolutely nothing, then it means girl. So we're going to go ahead and try this here. Okay. So that is definitely looking like a beer. And I continue to bring up my first pregnancy because I like to compare, especially since I know for sure that my first was a girl. I like to compare what the first one looked like. So with my first pregnancy, it didn't fizz at all. It just did nothing at all. So it's kind of interesting to see that it's fizzing and it looks like a beer. Now, either this baby's a boy, or if it is a girl, then she's playing tricks on us. So this one is another point for the boy. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do the cabbage test now. And with the cabbage test, what you're supposed to do is get red cabbage, and you're supposed to boil for 10 minutes and let sit for 10 minutes in the water. And then again, you're going to collect urine and you're going to mix them. And with the red cabbage test, if it's red or pink, a red or pinkish tone, then it's supposed to be a boy. If it's purple or like a magenta color, it's supposed to be that you're having a girl. So I'm going to go ahead and let this boil, let it sit, and then we'll go ahead and do the red cabbage test. Cabbage is done boiling, and I let it sit for 10 minutes with the cabbage still in it before I took out the juice. And then I collected urine. So now what you want to do is you just want to mix them together. And then again, if it stays purple, then it's girl, and if it's red or pinkish, then it's supposed to be a boy. So we'll go ahead and mix it. And that definitely stayed purple. So that means that this test is a girl. And it definitely stayed purple. So that means according to the red cabbage test, this is a girl. Now, if you pick it up to the light, obviously it's not going to show as good on camera, but you can see it's like a purple magenta color, which is still technically a girl. See that right there looks magenta pinkish, but I'm gonna give this one a point for the girl. Okay, so the last one is the ring test, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that one with you right now. Now this one is there's a few different ring tests that you can do. One of the ones that I've seen is where you do a ring test over the belly, and the one that I am going to do is the one that goes over your hand. You kind of trace your hand back and forth, and then if it swings back and forth on top of your hand, then it's a girl. If it swings in a circle, then it's a boy. So this one tells you from your first child, and then it tells you how many children you're going to have and their genders. Once it stops completely, then you're done having kids. So let's go ahead and do the ring test on my hand. Okay, so for this one, you're going to use your wedding ring. This is just what I've heard. I don't know if you can use any other ring, but you're going to use your wedding ring, and then they say to use the mother's hair or a necklace. I'm just going to use a strand of hair, so let's see if I can find it here. I just took it off. Here we go. So you're just going to use the hair and string it through the ring. Okay, you don't want to drop your ring. Here we go. So you're going to string it through, bring it up about this high. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay my hand, and all I'm gonna do is just trace it over, starting on the pinky side, and then trace it back, and then you put it over your palm here, over your hand, and then if it goes in a, now mind you, this is gonna start with the first child, so I have a girl, so it should go in a it should go back and forth for the girl. So let's go ahead and see how many kids I'm supposed to have and what their gender is going to be. Okay, so you start here. Okay, so that looked like it wanted to go in a circle. And now it is swinging back and forth, which would be girl for my first baby. And then you just want to stop it here. And then we'll do it again. Okay. Okay, so that's definitely going in a circle, which would be boy for this baby. Okay, let me stop it. Okay, and let's go back. Let's see if I'm supposed to have any more kids. And it just completely stops. It looks like it's supposed to do something, but no, that's definitely stopped. It's not swinging back and forth or going in a circle. Okay, so according to the ring test, I am having a boy. Okay, so looking at all of those tests, it looks like we are having a boy according to Old Wives' Tales. Now, every time I watch these videos, I do not like watching it. I get so into the whole video, and by the end of it I want to know, okay, so does she have a boy or girl? And I have to go searching and searching and searching through their videos to find it, and sometimes there's no update. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what the gender of the baby is and what we were told at the anatomy scan today, and you tell me what you think. So you ready? We are having a girl. Now, you tell me what you think. Does that look like a girl to you? I know that the sonographer was even kind of questioning this, the fact that this was kind of coming out a little bit, but she says girl. So we are having a girl. Now, I know ultrasounds aren't 100% accurate, but this looks like a girl to me. So I'm gonna stick with girl. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with girl, and if a baby boy is born, then we'll be happy. If a girl is born, then we'll be happy. But I just thought it was so interesting how everything pointed to a boy. Not everything, but the majority of the Old Wives' Tales do point to a boy. So it's just, you never know. You never know until the baby is born if the Old Wives' Tales were accurate or not. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments if the Old Wives' Tales worked for you, what you ended up having, what they were telling you were gonna have, and I'd love to know. I will definitely update you if anything changes, but as of right now, we are having a 5th baby girl. So I get to look through all of my first baby's clothes and choose what she's gonna be using, and start shopping for a little girl. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you thought boy, I thought boy for sure as well. So thank you again for watching, and I'll keep you updated. Bye.